Hi, everyone. Good evening. Um, I would like to introduce myself as Neetu Natasha Matta here, and I feel privileged to be a part of this Mavin Magic platform. And today's topic is all about life and spirituality. So let's get started. Yes. So I hope it's a good, we have a nice time together and in this session. And thanks, Shabana ji, and let's get started. Yes, so I would always want to, like, as we are all leading our lives, and the life is just all about ups and downs here. So we all have a different definition of life, of spirituality. So we just hope, like, and just getting into each other's lives, and with people around, we get so much to learn from other people's lives, and their own things. So everybody is battling their own struggles, challenges, and somewhere we also feel blessed, that as and when we move forward in our life, in our day-to-day lives, we have a lot to thank God for. And I also hope everybody agrees with me here. So how this journey is, we all have different perceptions. How our journey unfolds is very different from others, be it our spouses, our siblings, our parents. Everybody's had their own journey. So I would say that God puts us into our shoes, and into our journeys, just to learn, and from where we started to where we came from. It's a big, long, it's a long scale where we just have to just keep upgrading ourselves. So life is all about, like, just ups, downs, the highs, the lows, the happiness, the sorrows. So it's also how everyone sees, everybody's got their own perception, their how they perceive their lives through their own hearts, and their thinking capacity, through their own challenges, how everybody just comes and overcomes, through their own challenges. So I would also say that your life, day to day life has become so fast. It's also getting very difficult to keep in pace. Like, there's so much of competition around. I feel even our kids, the Gen Z kids, the kids of, like, our near and dear ones, our friends, kids, like, the people around, we can see there's so much of hustle these days. And I feel there's a lot of peer pressure, unlike our days, like, from like, we've just grown up to into a different environment, and we've just landed into a different environment totally. So life these days, like, with, and definitely so much around has changed drastically. Even for example, like this COVID which came by was so unpredictable. So life has only taught us that life is unpredictable and will always come with their own bag of challenges, approvals, disapprovals, that will always be there no matter what. So we cannot please everyone. We cannot, like, it's just like, how you take life your way. So I think, all in all, like, even as we just pass through this journey of life, as I said, like, we have a lot to thank God for. So looking back also, like, in during COVID, as many lost their loved ones, and in your own journey of life, we definitely tend to lose out on our loved ones, on our family members, friends, people around. So I think, ultimately, all in all, what we also learn through this is, we somewhere we all end up into spirituality. And also, there's we know that, like, even if you believe it or not, somewhere there's some force which is just watching over us above the universe. And, like, we have Definitely we have God, like, we are all believers of God. There are again non-believers of God also. So I feel, spirituality only makes things lighter. To connect with God is your free will. You do it, everybody does that their own way. So what we learn from this is, just try to uplift others as much as you can. We're all fighting our own battles, our our near and dear ones, our family around, or maybe you could say even outside in the world. Even just you just get down off your building and you see the security guard. This is just the basic things. Your house helps. So the ones who come to you, even everybody's having their own struggles and battles. So we can always, hello, am I audible?
Yes.
So yes. So we just pray and wish for, like, good things to happen around always. So that's just being human. We want, and it also happens that, like, only during our difficult times, we tend to just, move towards spirituality. You will find a whole lot of people when we are in, like, when we are in trouble, when we are in need of, anything materialistic, anything what you want is, where to go. But then we also have that thing, it's as humans again, once you've got that thing, once you have got your things done, we definitely, tend to just forget God somewhere. We often, divert our paths and go back to, like, our own said lives, where, then. But I also feel these both, life and spirituality, go hand in hand. These are two sides of the same coin, if one thinks so. Otherwise, to each its own. So I would rather say, like, nowadays, through social media, through YouTube, through Instagram reels and all, there's a lot of awareness which has come into life of everybody, like, everyone. So that is, spirituality does help us. It makes you a better person. Like, doing meditation, doing, just your daily, just 10 minutes or 5 minutes of your prayers, a thanksgiving, just a simple form of gratitude. A thanksgiving can do wonders. Learn to start believing in miracles, and miracles do happen. So it's all about how you think and how you take your life to be. Not that nobody's spared with the struggles. Nobody is, none of us are just going without our day to day life of struggles, our own challenges. Even the kids, even the school going kids have their own set challenges coming their way. So I feel somewhere, just be kinder. That's all you can do. So just put your heart out, just be a little more giving, and you can transform your lives. Life has become so unpredictable. You don't know today, today we are just so happy celebrating one day, and the other day you don't know what you just get up with. So just be more giving, more kind hearted. And I would also say that, just just be there how much ever you can. Our parents have given us so much. We have a lot to give them back. We all have parents, like, for the ones who don't, they know how much that void is. Like, I just lost my mom back in this June, like. So a parent's place nobody can take. So I would also say, like, just spend time with your parents as much as you can. That regret deep down as a child will always be there. So, we have, there is a, we land in a certain age where we are just so occupied with our own things in our lives. We have our business, we have work, we have home, we have children, we have so many, we have 100 things as like, men or ladies going on, like, we have so many responsibilities. But I would also say, don't forget your parents in this race of life. Give them whatever those 10 minutes. Your parents keep calling you, just, it's just those basic, for every parent, for their child, no matter how old their child becomes. even if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, no matter the age. So it is like khana khaya and kaise ho, all good. So they, तुम्हारे parents को यही चाहिए आपसे बस. And what we are like, we are so busy in our own hustles. I'm so busy, Mama. I'll just call you back. I'm busy in a meeting. I'm busy at home. I'm busy outside. I'm busy. I've come to pick up my child from school. So just be there in all of that hustle, those 5 minutes, those 10 minutes where you can be there. The world will go on. Life will go on. Everything will go on. But your parents won't stay forever. And none of us will either. So I feel our day-to-day lives have become so fast for each one of us that we need to take a pause somewhere. We need to take a call that, just stand, just breathe, meditate, take life as it comes. Everybody is just like, running, hustling around, and they have like, just be there and count your blessings, and always believe that miracles do happen. Once you turn into that spirituality path, how it, no matter how difficult life is, but there's someone, there's God who's taking care of you, who's guiding your way through. You have your angels around. Your angels could be your parents. You have, yeah, and the ones who have parents who are just like, there, they are always your go-to and your live angels. Always parents will always be your angels. Where God could not be everywhere, He made your parents, He made mothers, He made your fathers. So always be that believing, that, giving that, like, just be there for your parents always, I would say. Spirituality also comes when it's your calling, it will come. So just take that calling. Maybe you're chosen for. So God is choosing you to go on that path. So whenever, in whatever messages you get, whatever path you are meant to be, just get started. Don't look behind. Make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, fall up, fall down, rise up, fall down, rise up. Keep going ahead in life. I feel life is never going to be easy. So we just have to make it easier. There are times where we need to ignore, where we need to just, let go, move on, just keep going, and you'll reach there. Someday, one day, you'll definitely be there. So, and I would also want the participants to be a part of this. How everybody's journey is unfolding here. We can learn so much from each other. That's a lot. There's a lot we can learn from each other. We can lift each other up. So anywhere we feel, and I can also see Meenu ma'am has also joined in. Hello, Meenu ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
All good. Welcome.
Hi.
So please carry on. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We were just going back to life and spirituality, the today's topic. So I would also think, what is your call on this? That, life and spirituality do go hand in hand, and these two are the same, two sides of the same coin, as I believe so. So how would you guide me also, ma'am? There's so much we can learn from you.
So definitely, they are the same. You could say, without spirituality, life has no meaning.
No meaning. True. Definitely. Yes. And we also saw a lot back in COVID that, we lost our loved ones. That was unpredictable, and, like, and then we often take our lives for granted, you know. Every breath counts. Now we should also think that way. Yes. What is your take on life and spirituality, ma'am, coming from the expert?
So our whole life is oriented around spirituality. That's what we have to learn, do over here, grow
Yes.
spiritual. But we get stuck up in our daily routine, in
Daily
our small
routines.
issues, in our angers, our jealousy. So then we
In our
lose the whole
egos.
point of it. Yeah. We have to become aware. What are we thinking? What are we doing? and get back on track
Yes.
then.
Get back on track.
Yeah,
Definitely. But also getting into spirituality, everybody's got their own way of being spiritual, being connected to God. And also, I would say, even, when we define God is such a small word, but it's a big, deep, sea out there. It's a big ocean. So where, like, how much ever deep we dive in, it's never going to be enough. That belief is never going to be enough. And
true.
also, all do you think everything is again related to destiny here?
Destiny is in our hands. So definitely, if we all have to, that is the destiny of each soul, that
Yeah,
we move into spirituality. In that way, destiny is defined, but how we get there, that is in our hands.
that is in
Then,
our.
then we become the creators of our own destiny.
Okay, that's nice, ma'am. That's a very good thing and a very good thought coming from you, ma'am. So we can shape up our destiny if we try to look at things differently, you mean to say?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, that's a good one. So again, so much to learn from you. That's nice. So how would you also say, ma'am, like, like as we these days, like, we are also getting a lot into, we are just, there's so much streaming on past life regressions and all. So do we carry our destinies from our past lives too? Do we have our own baggages?
Yeah, everybody comes with their own baggage. And that is what shapes our situations, circumstances over here. But how
Okay.
we deal with that, that is what we learn over here.
Yes. Okay. So, but coming back there, going back there to the past life, I would also want to ask you, like, how would our destiny change? Because everything is pre-written. If everything is pre-written, are our actions also pre-written? Like we were destined to do this action in a certain way to get into that situation.
They are pre-written, but at that moment we have that small choice, free will.
Okay.
So we have two paths, either A or B. We have
Yeah.
just that much choice.
That's the only choice we have.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, everything is written. And our whole life, नहीं ये करोगे तो वो हो जाएगा, ये करोगे तो वो हो
Yes.
जाएगा,
Yes.
वो वाली
Yes.
सिचुएशन हो जाती है. So if you're choosing, like one could be a shortcut, one could be the long way round. So
Yes.
whatever you choose, it will still be oriented towards where you have to go.
That's good. So every time now we have to make a decision. So we have to make those choices of plan A and plan
Yeah.
B. Okay. So
Yes,
that has to be kept
absolutely.
in mind from
Yeah.
now on.
Yeah.
That's nice, ma'am. That's a good thing. So going into a shortcut means would be what? Like, according to you, a shortcut would be some person who is just taking a shortcut to make money, or maybe a person who is very hardworking and just going on his own path and just building step by step, little by little.
The short could be like you start doing underhand things to gain that money instead of going the hard work path.
Yes, yes.
Then you're creating karmic load for yourself.
True, true.
Then you'll have to
That's
come for more lifetimes to shed that load.
that's true. Now, in that case, I always have this question in mind. The most hardworking people would be the laborers, right?
Mhm.
The ones who work day and night. The laborers are the most hardworking, and there's a lot of physical labor involved to the extent the work and the efforts they put in. You know. So, what kind of a destiny and what kind of a free will do they have here?
So it's not just hard physical work, it's more about your mental orientation, how you work with your mind. This hard work is the effort you put in with your mind, thinking against the norm, like everything is not working out. How can you remain positive in that situation? That
That's
is the
true.
hard work. Physical work
That's true.
anybody can do,
Yeah.
but keeping yourself positive in a sea of negativity, that involves a lot of hard
That's
work.
a good question. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes,
nice one.
yeah, Premji has also written, yes, leveraging efforts. Yes. So would you like to talk on that, Premji?
Shall we continue, ma'am?
Premji wanted to say something. If you would like to
Yes, yes.
expand on your comment.
I was listening to these wonderful two ladies giving their version. It was very nice to listen to both of you. I
Thank
didn't
you.
want to interrupt. You were so beautiful as you were going on. Then I think Rajin had some take on this matter. So I wanted to hear from Rajin before I give my 2 cents.
Yes.
Because we have to, it's easy for us to say that we keep our mind positive, but we have to have the right energy and the right people. And
Totally
I'm
agree.
actually thankful for being w- I've come up so far despite minor pains and minor aches and minor stumbles in life. I'm just very, very, very spiritual, more spiritual than last time, because I believe that uh we get the answers through God. We get the answers through hypnotherapy. Sometimes humans don't give us, but when we go into that state of hypnosis or divinity, then we can get the answers. So yeah, very thankful. And sometimes as a laughter yoga teacher and a motivational speaker, I also go through uh, emotional catharsis. So it's okay to express feelings. It's okay to say what you feel rather than keeping. I've kept a lot of things until my shoulders can't take it. So when I get too heavy on my shoulder, it's time for me to express my feelings out. So I've had the injury yesterday, but I'm coping well, fine, and I'm alive and kicking. So whatever life throws at you, he should be the answer to. Uh, Spirituality should be the answer.
Yes.
Yes,
Definitely, Rajveen. Yes. God is
because
always watching over us.
because on the next week in a spiritual fest, I also be talking about laughing and spirituality and how laughter connects to spirituality as well. Yeah, when we don't laugh, we are not spiritual. But the more we laugh, the more spiritual we become
True,
because
true.
we get the energy. Everything is prana, everything is energy. That's why Dr. Madan Kataria have designed this laughter yoga for a reason. It is not simply jokes. It's an aerobic exercise. So that's what I'll be covering. Thank you, Shabana, for giving me this opportunity. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. I think Premji, you want to add?
uh, if I reflect,
Mm.
um, about a couple of decades, I was a cop. Yeah, a lot of lemons were pelted at me, and then when I left the police force, with all the uh, pelted marks on the face and on the soul, the other decades that followed, I made lemon juice out of it, and I began to enjoy the adversities that were thrown at me. I think I grew up a lot. So it's a journey of learning. And I didn't want to believe this or that. I just wanted to experience it myself. If somebody was kind, sincere, I wanted thoughtfulness to be added to it. So I will provide the thoughtfulness to it. I'll reflect on it. And I'm 67 now, and I'm a grandpa. But every day when I wake up from sleep, I'm very grateful to the Lord because I am waking up without any tubes in me, tubeless. And my thoughts go inwardly in gratitude to my parents and their parents, who I never saw, and then so forth. I feel that I'm here just as a continuation. So privileged to be being born and raised by them. But I move on. Every day I love myself, so I do things which perpetuate my love for myself. At least if I love myself, then I can love others. If I just like myself only, I don't think so I can extend love to others. So I enjoy life as it is. And everything is a real, I'm still studying, I'm still learning. I think life is ever a learning journey. It's so much fun. I don't play much e-games. I used to before to find out what it was all about, but I left it. I felt there were more, life has more games in store for us. And basically, if you are good and you do good, life becomes very interesting.
True, true. That's true.
Yeah, thank you. It was very nice listening to you guys.
Thank you. Same here.
Thank you, Shabanaji.
Yes, Shabana.
Yeah, please continue. Do you want to?
I just
We had a nice cameo with Meenu ji and Prem ji around, even Rajveen.
I wanted
That's
to add
how.
something. Will that be all right?
Yes, yes,
Um, Earlier, you mentioned about COVID. I must give you my input. In 2003, there's something we call Skype.
yes,
So during that time, I was in conversation with a couple of professors. They were very instrumental in mentoring me. They were not specifically calling it by the term of COVID, but the parameters were of that. And they said these severe acute respiratory issues were written
yes,
because the era is such. A lot of things we do on this planet we don't realize. We very pollute the environment, even from every aspect, from industrial waste or even from antibiotics. We just are so irresponsible in dealing with this. And finally, COVID came, and we were unprepared. Our systems were not really designed to understand or circumvent COVID. Yeah.
yes,
So
true.
I had I had to go back to school again to study what COVID is, and I'm still studying it. I don't think so. Is the end. We will have some other errors also, but this time maybe we will be more selective,
Yes,
not so blanket. But I find that if we love ourselves and we take care of ourselves in a loving way, we will at least have a good chance. COVID was a wake up call, actually.
yes, true.
Uh, I
But I
remember,
also feel, Premji, I also feel there was a lot of chaos, the hype around, and there was a lot of manipulation rather involved. We could see
yeah,
a lot of manipulation involved there. Yes. So
when
that will always be a debate. That will always be a topic of debate. That would be unending. So getting in there, rather not get in there and just get out of it. And COVID was, everybody had their own difficult phases. Like every person went through hell. It was a living hell. I think just God just jailed in us He just put us in that jail, just for us to realize.
I I went to the psychiatric hospital in Johor Bahru, and I told them I'm very depressed. I'm very suicidal. Stuck in the. So they say, "What do you want to do?" I say, "I wish I can go out there." In my previous career, I was a police officer. I could do some security work. So I received a call from a security company. Are you
Oh,
willing to do some work? I say yes. The whole idea was so that I can drive around with one, laminated paper on my car, which allows me a lot of freedom to move around. But when I went putting the parameters, I went, I wore my mask, but I could do exercise already. I could walk and do clocking, all the basic stuff, yeah. And I found that I could observe how people lived and how they met the challenges. So that gave me a lot of perspective, introspective, as to how we can deal with this really. So also, I found that I was quite liberated actually with COVID.
so see, practice makes a man perfect. It's as good as that.
Makes me permanent though.
Yeah. Also, life taught us to be. See, life is all about simplicity. Also, we make it very complicated. We make it challenging. We make it so judgmental, and there's so much of race around.
Yeah.
I feel it is very simple. We just need the basics, but we are loading ourselves somewhere. It's
Mhm.
basic. It is as good as that roti kapda makan. It is that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as human beings, it's never enough.
We always start
So we
from
always want more, 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 and it's never going to be enough. So only some paths to spirituality
this region
can
and forget
definitely change you.
2020 is no different.
Thank you, Natasha. Minaji, Rakhi, would you like to share?
Thanks, Shabana.
Hello, Neetu ma'am. How are you? Just listening to everybody, it's very nice. Um,
Thank
I
you.
I got into spirituality in COVID myself because I had nothing in hand, just was free, and since then it just took off. It has become a lifestyle, and it was very chaotic before joining spirituality. Life was chaotic, and I noticed a lot of changes in me, in my family, in the people who were around me. So it just kind of took off. The deep, it's so vast. The deeper I went, there is
Mhm.
so much more to learn. Like I just came with the simple thought that okay, just sit and meditate and learn. But it is so vast and it's very intriguing, very interesting. So I am enjoying the ride for now. It- My daughter, she is going to be a chiropractor soon. She never believed in meditation, and she told me, Mom, I should have listened to you because the teachers here, they are all about healing from the hands. They are about all about Reiki.
Reiki,
They are
yes.
all about protecting yourself first. So I am seeing people who are into it, and there is also conflict. Some people don't even want to hear about spirituality or meditation.
But I think I always feel that's also everybody's own journey. Sooner or later, or maybe no one might, there are many who might not even get to have the taste of it. You know, not everybody is made for it, but it's your own calling. Maybe you're chosen for. You would also take it that way. Not everybody is chosen for everything, right?
Right. So
So
how come some people are not chosen? It is a subject that should be taught in the school, I believe.
we do start with our prayers, those morning prayers, those recess prayers. the, like, once we leave, like once the school leaves, like, we also again have our, bye bye prayers also, like, there. But then learning from a small, like a very young age, it's also about the absorption. It also, there are many factors which come in. It also comes in, I'm sure it comes from your parents, from your family, from the believers around you. When you're a small young child, you definitely, we often observe. Children are very good at observing. So as they observe, and that is how they also take the legacy kind of ahead. So that also matters. It could be in your genes, it could not be in your genes also again. So a
Right.
lot also depends on what family, how spiritual your family is. So I that does not guarantee, like, if today I am spiritual, my son or my daughter would be too. So maybe it's their own journey, it's their own calling as a human. Maybe they might have their own timings again
Okay.
to start with.
Right.
Yes. But sooner or later, so I think somewhere we might all reach there. Sooner or later, everybody will reach there. So, but especially this Gen Z also is more into spirituality than into that, they're not more religious, but they are more spiritual.
Mm. Right.
Yes. Where do they believe in religions? They don't, you know,
No, they don't.
they don't believe in religions. They all play as one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So that could also be a teach, like, we also have a lot to learn from these kids.
Oh, yes, that is true.
Yes,
They have perspective
they have a
and they have a
different.
strong one.
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh,
They're very clear in what they want. Simple. It is just 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. We had 1 plus 1 is equal to 3 also, 4 also, 5 also. We were very, very flexible also here. So I think,
yeah,
again, see, as parents, or even, just as humans, we could only, whatever we have inside, that is all we can give, right? As a,
right.
so just, little by little, step by step, do a lot.
Mhm. So it's been amazing.
Same here.
I mean, I've seen the world change around.
Yes. I feel once you change, definitely the people and the world around changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped and everything stopped. It
But
just feels like that.
yes, as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those little changes, that little moves can be of great help to others also.
Meena ji, Uma ji.
Thanks, Shabana ji.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
Natasha ji. I think you
yeah.
have to
I'll just
go as well.
yeah,
So, thank you so much for a wonderful session. It was really
same your pleasure.
very eye-opening. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone. And see you again tomorrow. Thank